Hello.
I'm Michaela, and this is Pop Talk.
Hi, I'm Jason. On today's episode, we're going
to learn about how some of our peers feel about abusive relationships. Now here's Wyatt and Cora with some interviews.
Do you think most domestic violence happens with men or women?
I say both. It depends on who the person is. It depends, because some women do beat up their men because they want to be dominant, and then some guys do beat up their females, but because they want to be dominant or because they got caught up in a lie and they don't want to, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But me, I think it's domestic violence. I've been in court. I was in a domestic violence case, but it wasn't like me putting my hand on my kid's mom's nose. Like, I was walking down the street on my kid's mom and she was on the outside, and I moved her from the left to the right. And I got the ponytail, but it wasn't like I yanked it back like that. No, it wasn't like that. I just grabbed it, moved it from the left side to the outside to the inside. And the cops seen that, and I got locked up for that. And they said domestic violence, but my kid's mom didn't sign the paper for the domestic violence and stuff like that. So I think it depends on who you are and like what I guess what you bring to the table. If some people, if you make more money, then some people think you're more dominant. I can control you because I make more money. You know what I'm saying? And some people shouldn't be like that, but it really depends on who it is. A lot of females do get domestic violence because like their boyfriend just I wanna go fuck a girl and I'm gonna go do this, and they get to a fight. Yeah, that's just being honest.
Sounds great.
I consider abuse, let's say, if somebody, say, for instance, a male and female arguing about a certain situation, there's certain types of forms. There's verbal abuse where, say, I'm swearing towards and saying hurtful things to this lady, or she's saying hurtful things to me. And then there's physical abuse where there's actual hands, fists being thrown, maybe objects.
Who do you think is most affected in domestic violence, men or women?
It really goes unsaid because there's both parts, because sometimes females could believe and think that they're taking the most hurtful part of the domestication, violence, whatever you want to call it, but it could be not true, because a woman could say the most hurtful things and you would never think she could say some type of things like that. But then again,
when I was young, I used to go through it all the time. Like my mom and stuff, like she used to have boyfriends. I never met my dad, so like she'll have boyfriends, and like they used to be like real abusive. So like it could be like the smallest thing, like it could be like just us leaving dishes, and he'll like flip out, and he used to flip out on my mom. And like my mom, they'll literally get into fist fights, and like I used to try to help my mom. My sister used to be scared, so I used to try to help my mom. And mind you, I'm like 4 years old, 5, so like stuff like that is kind of crazy. Like I'm trying to like attack this like 30-year-old guy or whatever. So like I used to like try to like grab weapons or stuff, like knives and stuff like that. And my mom started to like notice that. So like she kind of like backed off on like dating people, but like there was still people that would just, you know, that she'll fall in love with, catch feelings for, whatever you want to call it. And like it'd just be like kind of like the same thing, you know? So growing up was hard, like, you know, dealing with that. You got to think about it, like, gosh, you know, this kid probably went through mad stuff, like, every day he's probably going home, and, like, it's just an argument, or he'll walk in the door, and, like, it's just fist fighting, you know? And, like, you don't want to see stuff like that. That's your mom. You love your mom. So, like, I just try to, like, for me, because I'm a guy, I don't tolerate that, like, you know, I would never put my hands on a female. My mom taught me never to do that.
Why are you so mean?
Shut up and stop being a baby. The show's about to start.
Wait, what? We're live? Oh.
Welcome back. Such wonderful interviews from Cora.
And Wyatt.
Not really, but anyways, today's Step Talk discussion is going to be led by Kevin.
And now an ad from our sponsors.
So what seems to be the problem, Amber?
I'm having a tough time making my duck lips look good.
I got just the answer for that.
I'm having a hard time scoring goals for my team.
These just might help your game.
You're the best.
Obrigado. My last Facebook post didn't get any likes. Yes, it did.
You can't prescribe an answer for everything. Young adults are dying every day from prescription drug misuse. For more information, check us out at stopaddictionbyprescription.org.
Did you know a woman is beaten by her partner or husband every 15 seconds in the United States? Hi, I'm Melissa, and I'm a friend of someone who was in an abusive relationship. Men aren't always the abusers in relationships. Females can too. What most people don't understand is that even though men are portrayed to be physical and they're the ones who cause the domestic violence, females can be abusive too, but in a mental and emotional way. And most people think that because men are the strong ones that they're not going to show that sign of weakness while women do.
Boy, do I have an amazing deal for you. For a low price of $199.99 for 99 months, you can get this right here, Stinkaway. You ever feel like you argue with your spouse too much, can never get away? Stinkaway, take care of your problems.
Now let's cut to a few skits where Stinkaway is used.
Babe, I know you're gonna go out tonight, and it's not that I don't trust you, I just don't trust those other women. So, stink away.
Hey, darling. How you doing, sexy? I was wondering if I could get your number, you know?
It's a good thing I brought stank away, so I don't have to deal with creeps like this.
Oh, what's that smell? Oh, Lord!
Wow, those are some great examples of what Stinkaway can do. Call 1-800-STINKAWAY and get your bottle today.
Hi, my name's Kai, and I have a friend who, after going through a few abusive relationships, became abusive herself. So this friend, after she had her power taken away through all of these abusive relationships, when she got to her new one, she emotionally abused her new boyfriend. Because my friend felt like she had her power taken away from all these abusive relationships, she went into her new relationship with an unhealthy mindset. She went in and she did it not because she liked the guy, but because she kind of wanted to regain her power. She was lacking in self-confidence, and this was a good way to, she thought, was a good way to build it back up.
Did you just put my bag on the floor? Who do you think you are? Do you know how expensive that bag was? I didn't care that you bought it for our anniversary. It's a trophy for being with you for a year. Do you know how hard that is? You do nothing! That bag deserves the couch more than you!
Man, I need to take a nap. Stupid, stupid, stupid! Purse. The purse. The purse!
So. Oh, welcome to TSTS, the Tri-State Talk Show.
How you guys
I'm
doing?
Tracy.
I'm Nancy.
And I'm Sylvia.
And this week we're going to talk to you about domestic violence.
It's a real problem.
It's a real
It's
problem.
a real problem these days.
We don't talk about
No, we
fake
don't.
problems.
No, we don't.
We talk about real problems.
Real everyday issues.
You know, I'll tell you a real story about domestic violence. I went to this cheddar shop down in P-Town,
Yeah.
you know, with a couple of my girlfriends, and we had cheese and we had cheese and we had cheese. It was delicious.
Oh, you have fun, dude?
Absolutely delicious. And I'll tell you, domestic violence means violence in the home. I went home that day, and in that bathroom, there was some domestic violence.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Cheese everywhere. Everywhere. If that's not domestic violence, I don't know what is.
I know what you mean.
Is domestic violence.
One time I go to fondue shop.
Yes.
The one time I go to fondue shop, never again. That night was rough.
I learned my lesson and I learned it good. You know what's domestic violence? Trying to get these things in order.
Yeah,
They
you really gotta. I can't find the right route.
There's nothing. You gotta really show them who's boss.
You gotta maneuver
them.
See that?
You gotta manhandle them.
You want them to
pop.
Yeah, they gotta
Exactly.
swap. They gotta swap.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about our experience. experiences with domestic violence. Tell us some stories.
Should I tell you a story about Tony? You know, you can go first.
Okay, I will. I was talking to Jimmy's mother the other day.
Jimmy, how's Jimmy?
So, the other day I was talking to Jimmy's mother. Jimmy's just fine, but his mother's not. So, do you remember how when they first got married, they were all happy and lovey-dovey? Okay, so that's called the honeymoon phase, when everything is good in the household. Okay? So then, I guess there was some arguing in the house, and that always leads to bad stuff, I know it. That's called the tension phase. Okay, so I guess she was out shopping one day, and she came home, and Johnny was drunk. He was drunk, out of his mind, and he hit her. I know. And that right there is called the explosion phase, when poop hits the fan, okay? That's when it's not good anymore. And then he apologized to her, I know. And then, so, yeah, it's crazy. I saw her the next day with a bruise. I asked her about it. She said she'd fallen, but now I know the truth. Now I know the truth.
But you know, that's what happens. What happens is there's a little time that's good, the honeymoon, whatever the heck you want to call
You
it.
get presents and stuff.
You get
They all say
presents.
that. They all
Oh,
say
I'm
that.
sorry.
I
I
love
didn't
you.
mean to throw that frying pan at you.
You meant to throw the fire pan. We all know.
And then it moves on, and we've got, the tension.
When the argument starts, it's always a bad sign.
Oh, it's awful.
Always a bad sign.
Absolutely awful. The tension, it makes me all verklempt.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like that. And then it escalates, people don't say things, then
Boom.
bam, frying pan right at your head. Well, thank you so much for joining us this week on TSTS.
Thank you for your time, and I hope you guys have all wonderful days, okay? You all look beautiful.
My name's Cora, and I have been in an abusive relationship. Not physically, but emotionally. Sometimes relationships are about fighting for the upper hand, but that's not a proper representation of how a relationship should be. It should be about respect and loyalty and mutual decisions, and you should talk to your partner about how you feel. And most people don't do that. Sometimes they kind of shy away from it. When someone shies away from a relationship, the other person starts to feel superior. And when they feel superior towards that other person, it can become violent and stressful because the other person who is superior is trying to control them, and that's obviously not fair, and it's not necessary for a relationship, and it's not healthy. If you are unhappy in a relationship due to violence and any kind of abuse whatsoever, you need to get out of it immediately. Talk to your friends, talk to your family if you're comfortable about it, and go and see someone. There are local places that will help you. So do the best you can, no matter what they say to you, you can help yourself.
Thanks for everybody that participated.
Yes, thank you so much for everyone that participated in my interviews.
Thank you to everyone who helped us produce this show.
Why are you guys being so rude about it?
Yeah, this isn't very nice.
We're just sticking up for all the women who are in domestic relationships.
Men get domestically abused too.
You're right. A relationship should be a two-way street.
We gotta work together and stick as a group. You know, we should end this together. Come on guys, let's go. Bye guys!
Bye!